The topic is artificial insemination in sheep and goat. Artificial insemination is the deliberate introduction of semen into a female reproductive tract for the purpose of achieving a pregnancy through fertilization by means of other than mating or natural service. Actually, artificial insemination is just a reproductive tool within a program of genetic improvement. It has the importance to control the venereal disease that may occur in natural breeding, and it is a part of genetic improvement. Here I am giving some picture of artificial insemination in goat. Here you can see it is a method. It is a hand method, and this picture is of digital AI gun camera. Here is a camera is fitted so that the AI worker can see the outside of the cervix or os through the camera. And here is one female is doing the AI with vaginal speculum. Artificial insemination is the most widely used assisted reproductive technology. It is widely practiced in cattle and buffaloes in India, but nowadays it is most popular in goat and sheep breeding also. Artificial insemination involves the collection of semen from a buck and transfer the semen to the reproductive tract of a doe. Does can be inseminated with either fresh semen or with commercially available frozen semen. Frozen semen straws are made available from different institutes for AI workers. I have given a small flow chart of artificial insemination, that how artificial insemination procedure happens. Artificial insemination is the first process is collection of semen from a healthy buck. The buck or ram must be healthy, or if any type of diseased or any genetic backup is very low, that should be discarded, because at first I have told that artificial insemination is a reproductive tool for genetic improvement. So the buck or ram should be healthy, and the semen collection should be there by artificial means exteriorly. Then we do the evaluation of the quality of the semen. Here quality means the color, the density, the color, and under microscope we can see the motility, etc. Then we do the extension. We use some extender like skim milk powder, like trees, like egg yolk, to extend the semen and preserve in suitable temperature. Normally the temperature must be 5 degrees centigrade, not below 5 degrees centigrade when it freezes, when we store it in the fridge. Then when we do the insemination, then thawing is done at 37-degree temperature for 30 seconds, and we inseminate the semen in the ewe or doe through artificial insemination gun. Now, how we will collect the semen? There are different types of steps. Number one, I have say here the 5 stages of collection. That is, it is very normal for all the animal. That is foreplay. After that, erection of penis, then mounting, ejaculation, and dismount and rest is a these 5 stage we can see in every animal. But in case of goat and sheep, we use mainly 2 type of method. Number 1 is artificial vagina method, and number 2 is electroejaculation method. So what is artificial insemination? Artificial vagina method. Artificial vagina method, there is one instrument we use that is known as artificial vagina. It mimics as original vagina, and the artificial vagina has 3 parts. That is, you can see here there is 3 parts here. It is the outermost part which is made up of canvas, and it is the inner part. Within this, a inner soft latex like rubber structure is there, and it is the outer side one, and this one is the graduated vial, that is probably 5 ml or 10 ml in structure, which is for collection of the semen. The artificial vagina method should be done in a peaceful area which is completely free from dust and have protection against summer and winter wind, because semen is very much temperature sensitive. That's why summer and winter wind we have to protect the semen from this. Put a teaser ewe or doe in a neck clamp and introduce the ram for shorter interval. This is the procedure. So at first we have to put a teaser ewe or doe in the neck clamp and we introduce the ram within this for short interval until the ram mounts. The artificial vagina is outer side is made up of canvas and reinforced with rubber. Inner line made up of soft latex rubber, and a rubber cone is fixed at one end. A 10 ml sterilized graduated centrifuge tube is attached to the open end for collection of the semen. The inside temperature should be 42 degrees centigrade to 45 degrees centigrade, which is made up of hot water, and it is filled with 50 to 55 degrees centigrade hot water. It is usually provides the internal temperature, which mimic the vaginal temperature. To prevent the cold shock, the collecting tube should be warmed to 30 degrees centigrade to 37 degrees centigrade before collection. Another method I have told, that is electroejaculation method. Electrical stimulator here used, that is a electrical probe. A probe is used which have the bipolar rectal electrode that gives 10 to 15 volt output. Okay, the ram rested in a lateral position. In this method, the ram is rested in a lateral position and strengthening of the sigmoid flexor is done. Extend the penis, and gland penis is grasped and held with a piece of gauze swab. The rectal pros is lubricated and inserted into the rectum to a depth of 15 to 20 centimeter, taking care to avoid the injury. Because when we will insert the rectal probe, there may be injury if the animal is younger. The rectal probe is applied towards the floor of the pelvis, and short stimuli are applied with interval. In different interval, there is stimuli is given, and the glands penis show the congestion. With correct stimulation, semen is collected in a pre-warmed and sterile tube. In case of ovine species, this procedure follows mainly. Now we have to handling and examine the semen. After collection of the semen, semen is a very sensitive, especially for cold shock. All the glassware with which we will collect the semen or store the semen, that must be clean, sterile, and dry. Warm minimum 30 degrees centigrade temperature should be there. Work should be done in a clean and enclosed area, protected against sun, wind, and dust and insect. Directly after collection, put the cement tube in a water bath of 32 to 34 degrees centigrade. Now we have to evaluate the semen. Now, which point to be evaluated? That is number one, concentration. That is how many million of sperm per ml is there. What is the how motile the spermatozoas are. Acrosome morphology and volume of the semen. The tail morphology, the spermatozoa tail morphology to be noticed. Mass motility, how the much mass motility is, and ejaculate color, and the pH. And the pH also to be checked properly. Here I have given the collection procedure of semen. Here you all can see the one teaser U is there, or teaser doe is there, and the semen is collected through this artificial vagina, and it is a electrical probe, and it is the machine used in the collection when by the electroejaculation method. And here the electrical probe is given, and one man is collecting the semen from animals. Then we have to come to the part of the doe, the reproductive cycle of the doe, to whom we will perform the artificial insemination. Goats are actually seasonal breeder. The breeding season is initiated by decreasing the daylight. Easter cycle can be initiated out of the season. We can initiate by controlling the artificial light to stimulate decreasing daylight. The goat's average Easter cycle is 21 days. However, individual does can have either longer or shorter interval between heat periods. For this reason, it is important to keep individual reproductive record on each doe. The duration of heat or estrus is typically 24 to 36 hours, with ovulation occurring near the end of the estrus. Does that are to be inseminated should be observed twice daily for 15 to 20 minutes. Early morning and late afternoon are good time to observe the estrus. Symptom of heat. We all know in case of cattle and buffalo also there is some heat symptom. In case of sheep and goat also there is some heat symptoms are there. I have given very small points, that is they become aggressive. Actually, in case of younger goats or younger sheep, the heat symptom is not so much prominent rather than older. Then during the heat period, they become sometimes aggressive. They mounts on other hard mate and stand for mating by other buck. They works or cracks their tail, and sometimes vaginal discharge may be found within estrus, and the vaginal area became swollen and reddish in color sometimes, and they urinate frequently. Estrus synchronization. In case of sheep and goat or small ruminant, we synchronize their estrus for the purpose of making a large amount of AI. Actually, through one collection, when we collect the semen, through one collection, we can inseminate almost 20 to 30 goat if they are in the same heat condition. That's why estrus synchronization is the method by which we can take maximum number of goats to estrus in a same time. It is a reproductive management technique that manipulates that and in an animal's estrus cycle to bring a group of female animal into heat at the same time. The method, there are different types of methods. Some are physical method and another is hormonal method. A physical method that in a flock there shall be no buck or ram in the flock within sight. No smell or hearing of the does are used for at least 3 weeks to use this method for estrus synchronization. So in this method of estrus synchronization, male and female goat or sheep should not be within sight for at least 3 weeks. Then a vasectomized or castrated buck or ram and introduced to the flock, and immediately after came into the site within next 5 to 6 days, the female sheep or goat will come in estrus and we can inseminate this. It is the physical method of estrus synchronization, and the most popular is hormonal method. That is different. There are different types of hormonal method, that is progesterone based protocol, prostaglandin based protocol, combined method of utilizing both the progesterone and prostaglandin based treatment, and utilizing progesterone and PMSG, that is pregnant mare serum gonadotropin. So I have given a small introduction of all those methods. Number one is progesterone-based protocol. Here, what we done, a sponge is a small amount of sponge that is soaked with progesterone or a derivative of progesterone like progestrogens, that is melangestrol acetate, MGA we call it, alternogest input in the vagina, and it will act as corpus luteum that will secrete progesterone for some time. We can use this method for 9 to 20 days almost, and after removal of this CIDR sponge, the animal will come into estrus. It is a method, and another method is prostaglandin based method. This method is most popular in cattle buffalo. Here two doses of prostaglandin injection is used. PGF2 alpha injection is used. First injection is given on day 1 and second injection is given on day 10, and after 36 to 96 hours of second injection, the animal comes into heat naturally and we can inseminate the animal. And there is combined method, progesterone and prostaglandin combined method. It is a 6 days protocol. At first, CIDR sponge is inserted in on day 1 and removed after day 6. After that, when it will be removed, then at that time PGF2 alpha injection is given to the animal, and in this method naturally the animal comes into heat after 36 to 72 hours. Combined method of progesterone and PMSG. Here also a CIDR controlled internal drug release dispenser of progesterone is inserted to the vagina, and that is also removed after 17 days. Intramuscular injection of PMSG given at the time of removal, and estrus shown after 30 hours. Now here I have given some equipment which are needed for goat AI, that is liquid nitrogen tank or cryocan, vaginal speculum, AI light or headlight, as the structure of vagina of sheep and goat is very small. So that's why a headlight is required for artificial insemination. Straw tweezer, a sterile lubricant that is non-spermicidal, insemination gun for straw, breeding stand for or facilities to restrain the dough, thaw box, paper towels, straw cutter, and thermometer. These are the minimum required equipment for artificial insemination. Here I have given the breeding time chart. We all know that Easter cycle of goat is 21 days, but the heat period is there are different animals show different type of heat period. Sometimes it is showing is 24 hours. If this is 24 hours, then we have to breed the animal as soon as the doe show the estrus. And when it is 36 hours, we can perform the artificial insemination within 12 hours of estrus. If it is 48 hours, then we can do the artificial insemination 24 hours after estrus. And if it is 72 hours, that is 3 days, then we can perform the artificial insemination 48 hours of estrus. In all the cases, if the doe is still in heat 24 hours after first breeding, breed her again. It is very important because we should perform the artificial insemination for conceive of the animal. That's why if the heat still persists after first artificial insemination, if heat persists, then we have to breed the animal again. The time of insemination. As discussed earlier, a doe is a seasonal breeder that cycles about every 21 days. The average heat or estrus will last from 24 to 36 hours, with ovulation occurring near the end of the estrus. The standard AI recommendation is to breed the does 2 or 3 times at 12-hour interval. The breeding schedule increases the possibility of a healthy sperm contacting the healthy ovum, and it is essential that does be inseminated before ovulation so that the sperm cell can undergo a process called capacitation. Here I have given some images of different types of os or cervix found in sheep and goat. Here you can see it is the cervix, and this portion is known as os, the mouth of the cervix or vagina. Sorry. This os having different types of structure. That is, this structure is known as star structure. And this one, there is a protrusion like structure is there. This is known as duck bill structure. Another, this structure, there is a crescent like shape. That's why this is termed as crescent structure. Crescent appearance, actually, vaginal protrusion. And this one is known as the D. This one is known as spiral. The E, this one is known as cluster. You can find there are different types of cluster like structure are there. And if there is a bump, only a bump, that's why this structure is called as bump. So this type of structure we can found during the time of artificial insemination in sheep and goat. There are different pictures of India we have found. There are different, this is called as the structure where the goat are kept in 45-degree angle during performation of artificial insemination. Here the man is holding the goat in 45-degree angle, and he is performing the artificial insemination. He is wearing the headlight, and here also the artificial insemination doing. Here some women AI worker are doing the artificial insemination. So there are different methods of artificial insemination, that is intravaginal, intracervical, intrauterine, intratuberoperitoneal, intratubal, and intraperitoneal. In the 6 type of method, the intravaginal and intracervical method we can do by hand, and intrauterine, intratuberoperitoneal, intratubal, and intraperitoneal we have to perform by laparoscopic method. Cervical AI. In this process, you or doe rested in a bell or race in a standing position, and the vulva is cleaned with towel, Vaseline, and applied a vaginoscope for the introduction. Vaginoscope or vaginal speculum is inserted in the dorsal direction of the animal, and cervix is located by gentle manipulation. The tip of the insemination sheath is guided towards the entrance of the uterine orifice and introduced with gentle rotating movement. Once the semen is deposited, it is advised to keep the female animal at the same position for 2 to 3 minutes. In young female, placing the vaginal speculum or vaginoscope is very painful. So in this case, only insemination pipette is placed in the vulva and semen is discharged at the bottom of the vagina. Laparoscopic AI, in this method, endoscopy is performed by introducing an optical system in the animal body by abdominal puncture. The AI is carried out by procedure known as laparoscopy. Here we can put the semen directly to the horn of the uterus, directly to the horn or directly to the uterus. A small orifice is made with trocar close to the mammary gland and the semen is inseminated through it. Insemination consists in injecting half the semen dose in each horn. It is widely used in the ovine species because low pregnancy rates have been obtained in cervical insemination, that is 20 to 35%, due to difficulty in transporting the ovine cervix with an insemination pipette. Here we can see one lady AI worker is performing the AI with a digital camera. It is very popular nowadays because because of the tortuous structure of the cervix. It is useful for depositing the semen exact within the vagina or within the cervix. There is some advantages of AI, that is AI spread elite genetic material throughout a population. We all know that artificial insemination we done for the to preserve the original genetic tools, and we can preserve the originality of each and every breed, and we don't have to rear the male animal. Only the semen can be preserved. That's why all the characteristics of the male animal can be preserved through AI, and facilitate the progeny testing, eliminates the necessity of keeping back. Kids of desired sex can be produced through sperm sexing, increase the rate of genetic improvement in an herd as long as superior bucks are consistently selected, induces good record keeping. Many diseases in the small ruminant are spread through sexual contact. We know different types of disease like brucellosis, Trichomonas fetus, different types of protozoal disease also transmitted through sexual coitus. The risk of these diseases is minimized with AI because of the semen of the donating animal is tested and procedure itself is performed without physical contact. Permits breeding of dams of unequal size, and storage and use of the semen from superior bucks for a longer period, and semen can be easily be transported across the globe. Important for breed conservation process, has passed the way for other reproductive biotechnologies. What is the limitation of the AI in goat? That in goat AI, we have found that conception rate is very low. When we perform the cervical method, their conception rate is little low. But if we perform the AI through the laparoscopic method, the conception rate is little bit high, and it is around 30 to 30, 35 to 37%. Difficulty in insemination due to tortuous cervix. At first, I told that the cervix of the ovine species is a little bit tortuous. That's why the deposition of semen is little bit difficult for the AI worker if they are not properly trained, and timing of the AI is very critical. In case of sheep and goat, we maintain AM PM system. Like if the animal is come into the heat in the morning, we perform the AI in the evening, and if the animal comes into heat in the evening, we perform the AI next morning. So the timing of the AI is very critical. Lack of interest on the part of concerned agency to encourage the concept of the mixed AI center, and illiteracy among the farmer, and there are some religious taboo because of here completely natural mating is prohibiting. Initial cost of AI equipment is very high, and lack of trained technical and extension workers is there, though there are different types of institute are there who are giving some training on this AI procedure. Factors affecting AI, that is the breed, the age of the buck and doe, condition of the buck and doe, nutrition, season of the insemination, the use of fresh and cooled chilled frozen semen, and the technical labor involved, the time of insemination, and the extender which we use, dose of insemination semen, and the method, that is vaginal, cervical, cervico-uterine or laparoscopic use. These are the factors which can determine the conception rate, the fertility rate, and after the conception rate. When we store the semen, we have to take some precaution like LN2 level not below than 5 centimeter. It never lift a canister above the frost line. I have given a image of LN2 can, that is cryo can. We say it cryo can or LN2 can. This is the inner structure of the cryo can. Here is the canister. We should not leave the canister up to this, because if it comes into contact to the environment, then the temperature will fall, and the straw may be damaged. And remove the semen from the tank should be placed immediately in the thaw box. When we will remove the semen straw from this can, it should be immediately thawing. Never expose the semen directly to the ultraviolet light. Never refreeze the semen when one semen is removed from one freezing, then it should not be refreezed again. And check proper identification, and always wear gloves and goggles. This type of precaution we have to take during the storage of semen through LN2. Steps for success of AI, that is genetic selection. If we select the breed who is having the good genetic makeup, then the AI can be performed successfully. Nutrition of the buck, if the buck is nutrition is okay, if the buck is not any type of, is free from disease or any illness, if the nutrition is okay, then the buck can give the semen of good quality. Sexual behavior and semen collection. During the collection of semen, if the sexual behavior is okay, we can identify the animal very quickly. And semen collection procedure is also important. If any temperature ups and downs is there, the semen can be damaged very quickly. Frequency of the semen collection, we have to see that how many times we can collect the semen from one animal during a day. Semen evaluation, proper semen evaluation is very important for the color. What is the color, what is the pH, what is the density of the semen. Development of extender, we use different types of extender for semen during semen artificial insemination and semen preservation. So these development of extender should be in proper proportion. Processing of the liquid and frozen semen, sperm number and per breeding count, and insemination procedure, by which insemination procedure we are inseminating the semen within the female element, and measurement of the fertility. There are different countries who are already started artificial insemination, like Australia, France, Italy, Norway, Poland, Switzerland. I have given some data, like how many insemination they have done, and what type of semen extender they have used, and number of sperm inseminated in million, and what type of motility and fertility percentage was what. In Australia, you can see the fertility percentage was 60%. In France, it was 65%. In Norway, it was 64%. Poland, it was 75%. And Switzerland, it was 55 to 65%. In India also, in different year, different worker, different researcher have done different types of event. Like in the year 1957, researcher Roy, he has started buck semen freezing and harmful interaction between seminal plasma and egg yolk. Now, in the year 1972, freezing of buck semen using dry ice, that is 30 to 40%. In the year 1985, addition of 6 to 7% glycerol gives better result. result. It has been this research has been done because glycerol have the property of cryoprotection. So when we preserve the semen in the liquid nitrogen, then there may be some harmful effect, which can be removed by addition of 6 to 7% glycerol. In the year 1987, 3 to 4 hour equilibrium time is optimum, and in the year 1989, the tree citric acid and yolk glycerol is superior over the other diluent. It has been proved. And in the year 1989, when semen was cooled at 5 degrees centigrade within 2.5 hour gives superior result. This type of research work have been done here also. In the year 2000, different in the post-thaw mortality among different goat breeds have been there. In the year 1990, recommended thawing at 40 degree for 45 degree for 45 seconds. And in the year 2000, deep cervical insemination result in better fertility, that is 55 to 60%. In the year 1998, worked on sensitivity of the sperm to pH fluctuation. In the year 1981, analyzed effect of age of semen on conception rate in the goat. In the year 1989, observed no difference in fertility between washed and unwashed spermatozoa. There are different types of research work that have been done in India. And status of GOAT AI, that is different institution like CIRG, Dubhasu, Mathura, Guwahati, Tanuvas, Nimkar seat, KVK, Assam, Kasha farm, they have straw, they have freeze the straw of semen. Some have freezing like pellet freezing is there, and they got the facilities. And here also we can see 2007 to 2012 comparison of cryoprotectant, that is 6% glycerol is best. Comparison different egg yolk level, that is 10% optimum. Compare different equilibrium periods, that is 4 hours, that is optimum. Use of vitamin C, vitamin E, and glutathione, they are actually acts as antioxidant, ascorbic acid. Within that, glutathione becomes the best. And use of dextran with glycerol, 3% glycerol is the it gives the best result. These are the different types of finding. Different researchers have been found in different year. And here you can see that this is the this is a apparatus in which the AI is performed during performation of AI. This is the goat. This is a black Bengal goat. We can see this is a black Bengal goat. It is very famous in our West Bengal because of its prolificacy, because of its skin, because of its meat quality. And with this breed, our National Dairy Research Institute, Eastern Region Station, Kollani, India, they have worked with it, and they are making the AI straw also. You can see artificial insemination is the simple technique which is well adapted in the dairy cattle and buffalo breeding. Its contribution in helping India achieve the highest milk production of the world, and which cannot be ignored. The Black Bengal goat breed is also known it's for meat quality, adaptability, and prolificacy. For the farmers of the West Bengal, Odisha, Bihar, and adjoining state, it is the breed of choice. There is a scarcity in availability of quantity breeding bucks due to early castration and slaughter of the male goats for meat purpose. As goats are the mostly reared by small and marginal and landless farmer with flock size of 3 to 5 goats, it is economically unavailable to keep a breeding buck for a small flock. Thus, the female are bred by non-descriptive male and resulting in loss of precious germplasm of the region. To prevent the dilution of valuable germplasm by indiscriminate mating and to preserve its purity and propagate this unique germplasm, Eastern Regional Station of ICAR, National Dairy Research Institute, Kollani, West Bengal, has worked on preservation of Black Bengal goat semen, standardization of artificial insemination technique, and transfer to the field. Soybean lecithin based animal source free semen extender for goat semen preservation was developed. Liquid semen can be stored for about 72 hours at refrigerator temperature and could be used for AI with a conception rate of 47.26%, while frozen cement straw give conception rate of about 46 to 52% in the field. Training program were organized on Goat AI to disseminate the AI technique to the field. Frozen cement straw was made available from this institute to the AI worker, and so far more than 10,000 doses of cement straw have been supplied to the field.